West Midlands reporter Jack Carson outside the Queen Elizabeth Hospital, where, as we were saying, Jack, they've been in good voice and even doing the conga there.
So serious game, isn't it?
Yeah, yes, we've had a conga here. We've had beeping and horns from passers-by. We've had chanting and poems. So this has really been a united front here outside Queen Elizabeth Hospital in Birmingham from the nurses. And I'm joined by one of the sisters, Mary Ryan. Now, talk to me about why it was so important that you've all come out today striking.
So realistically, the real reason that we're out here and we're trying to fight for NHS nurses is because over the last few years we've seen such a decline in the amount of nurses that have come in, or people that have come into nursing, and the wards are really dire at the moment. We're working on minimum staffing most of the time, and with the pandemic as well, a lot of nurses have just got burnt out. The message about fair pay and safer staffing, we're trying to sort of like bring that now to the forefront, because, you know, we went through a lot during the pandemic and we do not think that the government has gave us the recognition that we need, and we have taken, you know, this for so long where we've been given, you know, the scraps on the heap really, and we've not had a fair deal or a fair pay, and as a result of that we are losing nurses in droves. The wards are becoming more short-staffed, and we are finding that nurses are just going to agencies because that's where the money is. And, you know, our biggest worry is that eventually we're not going to have an NHS to save because nurses are just leaving in droves. You know, we don't get the pay that we deserve. We work hard, long hours, we have families to feed, and we're really struggling right now. And if we had better pay, we would be able to entice more people back into the nursing profession, and that would make it much more safer for our nurses on the ward to be able to manage the patients and give us safer care, because at the moment the care that we're giving is on minimal staffing and it's not what the patients of this community deserve.
On that point about pay, the government say that they won't entertain this idea of a 19% pay rise because they've already accepted that independent body review of the 4%. What's your making of that?
Well, I just think that it's about time that they came out of their closets and just spoke to us about it, really. The fact that they weren't willing to negotiate anything with us, that was the hardest, you know, slap in the face for everybody, really, because, you know, we're not greedy. It's not about money to us, but we are people that need to survive, and we've not had a fair pay deal in over 10 years, and realistically, you know, they were happy for us to come out in COVID. They clapped for us, you know, they praised us, but they don't dig deep in their pockets and support us and sustain us, and we're burnt out basically. We're burnt out, long hours, low pay, staffing levels that are just absolute dire. You know, we're all ready to just walk really, because we just can't do this no more. It's a vocation to us, it's a dedication, and none of us are doing this today to deprive the patients of the care that they deserve, but it's about time now that we did stand up and say to the government, we need to be heard, we need to be listened to, basically.
How long can this go on for? Because we've heard that the RCN will continue striking as necessary.
Well, as far as they're concerned, we just want the government to reach out to us, really. Come speak to the RCN, come speak to the nurses and work out a fair pay deal with us, you know. Meet us at least halfway, show us something that's going to be worth, you know, the efforts that we're going to. At the end of the day, patient lives do matter, and the forefront of all of this campaigning is so that we can get these wards staffed to a safe level, and we're not going to do that on the pay that they're giving nurses now. You know, other graduates will graduate and they will go on to starting pays a lot more than what the nurses are now. You know, there's just no incentive there. There's no incentive.
Mary, thank you so much for joining us this morning. That's the view from here on the picket line in Birmingham. This picket line here is here till 7 p.m. tonight. The strikes, as you heard there, will continue unless the government can come to the table with the RCN and have a negotiation.
Yeah, Jack, thank you.